Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope you're having a fabulous start to the week. I have missed you guys, but we are back here in action. So, looking forward to a great show and catching up with everyone. Thanks for bearing with me here. I'm looking for my thumbnail here, or my little background rather, that I'm going to put up. There we go. And as you come in, you know the drill. If you've been on the live before, let me know if you are a returning Aries Crew member by saying hashtag Aries Crew. Or if you're a first time watcher, leave first time watcher in the comments. I want to give you a shout out for stopping by and spending part of your day here. Tonight we have a great show lined up for you. So Maurene Comey, who is the daughter of James Comey, was the former FBI director. She is fighting back against the Trump administration. She recently lost her job after the Diddy trial did not go so well for the federal side, and now she is suing the administration to get her job back. So we're going to get a little bit more information on what's going on there. Charlie Kirk, he was recently deleted when he attended a Turning Point event at a Utah college campus, and his alleged deleter has been arrested. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, see what information we have so far related to that. And Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez recently had a boxing match. So we got to talk about who won that and their thoughts on the match. So get ready, get comfortable, get your popcorn, get your drinks. We're about to get into some things. We're going to get a little messy over here because we get a little messy over here. And if you are not familiar with me, my name is Aries Rose, and welcome to Aries Rose TV. On this channel, we talk about streaming shows, movies, TV shows, local news, world news, celebrity news, politics. Basically, anything I find interesting, I come on and discuss with my Aries crew. If you're on Instagram, follow us there, Aries Rose TV, and we'll follow you back. Let us know that you are from YouTube. Here on the YouTube channel, on the Communities tab, you can talk back to me. So if you have any comments, trends, topics you want me to know about, go ahead and post on there. All you have to do is be a subscriber to Aries Rose TV to use that. I will definitely follow up with you. I love interacting with the Aries crew, so definitely reach out to me over there. And thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it. Let me know where you are from, what state, what city, what country. I want to give you a shout out for being here on the live. And we're going to get into our first story for today. Let me know if you are a boxing fan. Let me know in the comments if you are a boxing fan. So I watch it only if it's something that ends up making its way into the pop culture world. So when Tyson and Logan had their fight. Oh, hold on, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Was it Logan Paul or Jake Paul? Whoever fought with Mike Tyson, I definitely watched that fight. Not normally huge into boxing, but if you tell me Mike Tyson's about to come out and fight, I'm definitely going to watch it. So I was just kind of scrolling through Netflix, and you know how they show you what's coming up. I saw that Crawford and Canelo were going to fight, so I said, hey, it's coming up on Netflix. I don't have to pay extra for it. I already pay for it. I'm going to stream it. So I got a chance to watch that fight on Saturday night, and we got Sawyer. Thank you so much. And you let me know you are a boxing fan. So tell me who you guys were voting for to win, Canelo or Crawford. If you already know the results, you know, don't spoil it, but we're going to get into that right now. I was thinking about doing a review on the fight. Let me know if you would be interested in that in the comments. But we're going to see what Terrence Crawford had to say about the fight with Canelo over the weekend. And this is reporting from TMZ. Terrence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez Saturday night in Las Vegas. And while it was absolutely the biggest fight of his career, was it the most difficult? Quote, I wouldn't say it was the hardest fight of my career, but it was definitely the biggest fight of my career, end quote. Bud told Babcock. Hold on here. Bud told Babcock on TMZ Sports TV show. Airs nightly on FS1 on Monday afternoon. Crawford won the night relatively comfortably on the scorecards in front of 70,000 plus fans at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, home of the Raiders, and tens of millions of fans on Netflix. Let me know if you were one of those tens of millions of fans on Netflix watching. I know I was. So it came on at 6 o'clock, and that's when it started. But there was so much going on before that they didn't actually get out and have the fight start until 10 o'clock. I could not watch exactly at 6, and I ended up watching late, and I thought I missed the fight. I probably missed the fight. I'm going to have to catch the replay. And the fight was just starting by the time I tuned in. That's crazy that you have a show time of 6 o'clock and it takes 4 hours before the main event fighters actually come out. I don't know. Tell me if that's typical in the boxing world. That just seemed like it took a really long time to me. Take a pause for some comments. Gabriel, Bella, Bella9, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. All right, we're going to get back into this reporting here. With no guarantee he'll ever step foot in the ring again. More on that in a sec. And peers like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Alexander Usyk, I might be saying that wrong, Andre Ward, Canelo, and so on. We asked Bud if he was the greatest of the generation. Quote, that's a fact. Terrence Crawford is the greatest fighter of this generation and one of the all-time greats of the sport of boxing, end quote. On the topic of retirement, we asked Bud, on the topic of retirement, we asked Bud, 42-0 with 31 KOs, knockouts, if he was content with his career if he never fought again. Quote, absolutely. You know, if I was to hang up the gloves right now, I definitely would be content. You know, all my accomplishments and the things I've done in the sport of boxing. Yeah, Terrence Crawford responded. Let me know what you think of that, and did you like the fight? Welcome, Joseph. Appreciate you stopping by. Did you guys see that Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson are supposed to be doing an exhibition fight in 2026 in the springtime, I think I saw? If you're going to watch that fight, let me know in the comments. Say spring 2026 if you're looking forward to that one. And thank you, Joseph. If you subscribed, welcome to the Aries crew. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. And now let's get into our next story here. So, Charlie Kirk, who is considered an influencer in the conservative world, recently lost his life. So we're not going to really get into his ideology or what he was kind of into. Needless to say, we don't necessarily share the same thoughts on many topics, and he's made some interesting comments about people of color that I'm not a huge fan of, but we're looking at this situation from the perspective of he was a person who was married. He is a husband. He was a father, and his children were young. And sadly, he will not be here to watch them grow up, and his children won't have their father here to go through life with and have stories and experiences to share. And that in and of itself is really sad, regardless of their ideology and where that differed on a human level. That's really sad. My children are young and they lost their father earlier this summer, so I can definitely sympathize with what his widow is feeling about not having that person there, the suddenness of it, especially, just given all of the circumstances, the high profile of it. It's a lot, and it's a lot when you're a parent, and it's a lot when you're a parent to young kids. So in that sense, my heart goes out to them. They got a long path to go, and I know because we're walking that path, and some days are okay and some days are more challenging, and you just got to learn and grow and go into those emotions. You just can't live there, but you definitely got to allow yourself some time to experience them. And we're going to talk a little bit about the alleged deleter that has been arrested here. So we're going to get into this reporting from TMZ. And this is Charlie Kirk Schmurder, accused deleter online confession. It was me. The man accused of deleting Charlie Kirk looks like he confessed to the murder in an online chat, telling folks, quote, "It was me," before surrendering to police. Tyler Robinson sent a message from his Discord account Thursday stating, quote, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this," end quote, according to the Washington Post. Law enforcement arrested Robinson about 2 hours after the alleged message was sent. WAPO reports Discord shared a copy of the message to authorities, and the alleged confession was sent to a, quote, "small private group of online friends," end quote. Kirk's alleged deleter sounds like he was pretty chatty about the assassination on Discord. The New York Times previously reported Robinson was chatting with 20 people after the FBI released photos of Kirk's alleged deleter, which appeared to be the spitting image of Robinson. Wow, that's pretty wild there. And let me see. There is more to it. Looks like that was it on that. And I saw there was a comment from Vice President JD Vance on that as well. So we're going to look into what he was saying. I'm going to see if there's anything more. There we go. There is more. And then on this story from what the alleged deleter wrote on their Discord told us that they investigated and found an account belonging to Robinson, but said they had, quote, "not found or received any evidence that the suspect planned this incident on Discord or promoted violence on Discord," end quote. So we'll keep you up to date as this one evolves. I'm sure there's going to be more that's going to come out. This particular passing has gotten a lot of people upset. It's caused a lot of debate and a lot of discussion online, some good and some bad, but it's definitely a story that is going to be one of the higher profile things that happened this year, just for the sheer nature of what it was, the way it was done in public, how it was handled, the whole incident surrounding it being a place that was supposed to be sharing thoughts and debating, and then it turned into kind of like this horrible scene. And for me, it's very sad because whether or not we agree with each other's opinions in this country, I think one of the beautiful things about this country is that we do have the ability to debate and have spirited discussions, but it should just stay as a debate and spirited discussions. I don't think anybody should lose their life over having a different set of thoughts. This person made comments, excuse me, about Black Americans or blacks in general that was very derogatory, insensitive, and hurtful. But I don't think he should have lost his life at all, and he was entitled to have his own opinion. And I think that that's where we need to be able to get back to. Everything shouldn't be, if you don't agree with me, it's this real polarized type of mentality. I think we need to be able to come together and have some middle ground and not, it's either this or that. And I feel like we're getting so far away from that. And it just used to not be like this in this country, where you could be Republicans and Democrats and it wasn't like you couldn't be a part of the same family and you couldn't be friends. And now, sometimes some people are so hardcore in their thoughts, they don't want to interact at all with anybody else that thinks differently. And I just think we really do ourselves a disservice that way. And we just don't, I think, need to go down this path of people losing their lives over things like this. It's not a good look for us as a country. And, I hope that we grow from this and we don't experience anything like this again in the future. But make sure you have your notifications on and you're subscribed to Aries Rose TV. We'll definitely be keeping track of this as more information comes out. No doubt there will be more to come. And now we got to get into Maurene Comey. So she was a part of the U.S. Attorney's Office, and she was out of the Southern District of New York. And she was recently one of the prosecutors on the trial for the Diddy trial that was well publicized. I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks or so, maybe even less, of a trial. And actually, it kind of made headlines for not only the fact that Diddy was a superstar billionaire, but because the feds did not win some of the biggest charges, one of them being racketeering. He was found not guilty on that, and X trafficking, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure racketeering. Um, and that one, those carried the higher sentences out of all of the charges that he was with. So he ended up only getting convicted of the lesser charges, the Mann Act essentially. And he is actively trying to appeal those charges and either get them dropped so he can get a new trial, or serve a shorter sentence when that sentencing time does come up. But another thing that happened after Diddy got that win was Maureen Comey lost her job, so she is now fighting back and is suing the Trump administration behind losing her job. So we're going to see what's going on with that. I thought she was going to go quietly. I'm kind of surprised by this, but I guess she was just doing what you're supposed to do. You don't need to tell everybody your moves. You don't have to be loud about it. You don't have to talk about it. You just be about it. And that's what she did. She was very graceful on her way out and was taking action behind the scenes. And now let's see what's going on with that. Had to take a quick drink. It is so hot. I tell you, my mouth is like incredibly dry. So now we're going to get back into it here. And let's see what her lawsuit is talking about. And as you come in, hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel and it goes a long way. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And hold on here. Have the story up and then I lost it. Give me just a moment. We are a one-person show. So thank you for bearing with me here. And let me know if you have checked out that new Stephen King movie, The Long Walk. The Long Walk, new Stephen King movie. Let me know if you have seen it or if you're interested in going to see it in the comments. And I got the Maureen Comey story up here. So this is reporting from TMZ. Diddy prosecutor Maureen Comey suing Trump administration. I want my job back. Maureen Comey, the lead prosecutor in the Diddy federal criminal trial, is suing the U.S. government and specifically President Donald Trump to reclaim her position after getting fired by 47's Department of Justice, according to court docs. Comey claims in the doc she wants her job back because she was canned unlawfully and her firing was a violation of the U.S. Constitution's separation of powers. In the docs, Comey lists a bunch of high-profile defendants she's suing, including the Office of the President, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, and the Department of Justice. She writes that the defendants have not given her a legitimate explanation for her firing, believing she was terminated because of her father, James Comey, who was the former FBI director under Trump's administration, well, part of his first administration and the one prior with President Barack Obama. As you know, Trump had a horrible relationship with James and actually fired James Comey in 2017 when he was FBI director during Trump's first administration. Maureen also cites her perceived political affiliations and beliefs, or both, as more reasons for being shown the door. She says Laura Loomer, a staunch Trump supporter with a lot of presidential pull, openly called for James Comey's liberal daughter to be fired from the DOJ immediately. What's more, Maureen claims she was fired in July after she received an outstanding performance review and was slated to be the lead federal prosecutor on a major public corruption case. She was also the lead prosecutor on the Ghislaine Maxwell ex-trafficking case, where Maureen won a conviction against Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend. However, Maureen fell short. Maurene fell short in the Diddy racketeering and ex trafficking case. Only getting a conviction on 2 counts, the Mann Act, transporting ex workers across state lines. Diddy will be sentenced on October 3rd. So we got that coming up in a couple weeks and faces up to 10 years on each count. So let me know if you think that her lawsuit's successful. Does she have a point? Do you think she was fired because of who her father is or her perceived political or other types of beliefs? Or do you think she just wasn't doing a good job and that's why they let her go? Very interested to hear your opinion. Let's keep that conversation going in the comments. We will be live tomorrow, so come back and check us out where we'll be talking about some more hot topics. And we'll also be doing a live on the movie Him. We're going to do a review on the movie Him. Check out the review I did on The Long Walk so you can figure out whether or not it's worth going to see the latest Stephen King movie that came out. We're heading into horror season, which is my favorite time of year. I love those kind of movies, so stay tuned. We're going to be doing some scary movie reviews to get into the Halloween fall spirit. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, whichever time of day you're watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.